Welcome to This Week in WoW, episode number 4. I'm the Fury, also known as Paul Ritchie. With me, as always, is.
Justin, and in-game Sharanga.
And it is officially the Fire Festival in Azeroth. It comes around once a year. It's one of my favorite festivals, and you also can fight a Hoon every single day. That's what the footage is displaying right now. But we have a very jam-packed show. What are our topics for the week?
We got 5 topics today, unlike our usual 3, so we're going to go through them rather quickly. It includes beta invites, interesting changes to expertise and hit, PvP skirmishes, a Shadowmoon Valley preview, as well as a very interesting feat of strength that was accomplished by someone named Double Agent. So we'll jump right into that. Topic number 1. Beta invites are going out. That's right. This is no longer alpha. Warlords of Draenor is now in beta. So hopefully you folks who are longtime players or got those invites and starting to check out the new content. Paul, I'll send it over to you for some comments.
Well, this wave of beta invites, first wave, they've announced is long-term vets. So if you've had an active account and not really switched it off since vanilla, you're going to be getting these invites. Anyone's ever switched off your account, I'm sorry, you get put to a new list, but they are putting the waves out there. What does this mean for us? This means that release date of December is pretty golden right now. If they've gone from alpha to working beta, we are on the right track.
Yep, this is the right phase before they are ready to let the sucker go, and I'm looking forward to it big time. So, topic number 2, which is something near and dear to my heart. I'm a hardcore PvP player, and this new change that's coming in Warlords is going to be they're bringing back skirmishes. So for those of you who don't know, skirmishes were and will be something where you can basically solo queue for arena. And it's nice because if you want to try out your new arena gear or you want to just kind of get in some games, you'll be able to play in the arena with just a random person that they team you up with. The other awesome thing that was never done before is you will now be able to actually earn honor in the arena. So this is going to be one of those new fun ways to grind honor for those folks who don't want to deal with battlegrounds or go and do the dailies. This is a really great way to just get into the arena and start um, owning some noobs.
Yeah, this is a fantastic addition because not everyone has a regular schedule. There's a lot of 9 to 5ers out there, but there's also people who work overnights, who work random schedules, and they're always changing. So this gives them the ability to, if you have a team that's like going off without you, join up a quick skirmish and get your points for the week, get your rewards. Now, again, this is just a benefit to everyone, making sure that everyone gets points. And there's still that limit of what is it, 1,000 a week?
For which the conquest points?
Yes, the conquest points.
Yeah, it's 2,200 and it's 1,800 for arena only. You have to actually do a raid battleground to get that last 400. But yeah, it's capped weekly, just like Valor and everything else.
So again, this means people have the opportunity to at least get to that first cap if they don't have their regular team online, things like that. Again, this is just a benefit for the player base where PvP can happen on irregular hours, and people can just get the level of enjoyment from the game that they want.
Yep, I am super stoked. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, topic number 3. Moving on, we are a very interesting change, which is going to affect a lot of classes, actually almost all classes, and specs, is the removal of hit and expertise. These are things that pretty much I find super annoying because having to cap for hit and expertise means you can't put your stats into the other DPS building secondary stats. So with this removal, you're not going to have to worry about actually missing the boss. The only thing is now there will always be a 3% chance to be parried for every class except for tanks. So you take it away, Paul.
Well, again, this is just them trying to simplify the game. They've said that they're removing the changes to. I'm trying to think of the name of it. When you change a stat on a piece of gear, you go up to a vendor and do that. Justin,
Reforge.
reforging, yes. So they're getting rid of reforging with the expansion. So if they're doing that, then oh my God, this makes things very difficult for us to reach the hit and expertise cap. By them just taking that out, it makes us not have to worry about that element. That makes us worry about, okay, so where am I getting my best DPS from now? How should I, gear itemize, and where am I going next? This just makes it a little bit more fun. Yes, it seems like it's dumbing down the game, but honestly, it's for the greater good. When you take out something like hit, I'm a tank, I have DPS classes. The first thing you do when you get a piece of gear is analyze it to see, oh man, this is now going to remove hit, so I now need to reforge hit on this piece of gear. It's this whole equation that you have to do for 30 minutes trying to figure out what's good and what's not. And sometimes gear gets left in your bags just because you don't have the adequate hit or expertise, and this piece will be removing that and therefore lowering your DPS over time. So again, it's just making the game better. It's making it a little bit dumbed down, but I think on the whole it is going to be a great addition to World of Warcraft.
Yeah, and you mentioned an interesting point. I see it sort of as mixed blessing because now if you're removing Reforge, that means you're actually going to have to go out and grab pieces of gear with the secondary stats that you want. So even though hit and expertise are going to be gone, mastery, attack speed, things like that that you're going to actually want to focus on for those theory crafters out there to get the maximum out of your DPS, you're really going to have to actually go and grind that gear. So a little bit of a mixed blessing there. All right, moving on. Topic number 4. We are getting a preview of the beautiful rework of Shadowmoon Valley. It looks gorgeous, and you'll see some images here on the YouTube video of this podcast. You want to say some words about the Shadowmoon Valley, Paul?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Burning Crusade, so this whole expansion, the idea of going back before everything got ruined with the explosion in the Dark Portal, and seeing the actual beauty, which is the area, is fantastic. Shadowmoon Valley is looking really nice, very nighttime, very kind of droopy trees, but a lot of vegetation. You're actually in one of these screenshots getting to see the new orc design and how beautiful the redesign has been. This expansion is just making this game look even better, and it's wonderful what they're able to do with such an old engine. But staying focused on Shadowmoon Valley, this is going to be a zone where a lot of time is spent for me because it looks spectacular, and there's going to be a lot of fun quests here, and I can't wait.
I'm pretty excited about it. It was funny. I actually shared some of these images with my sister the other day. She's never played this game before, but she was very impressed with the beauty of it. So that's just one of those things that really attracts anyone is the really nice aspect of this game, the visual aspect. All right, and on to our final topic, number 5. There is an amazing thing that happened. You know what? I want to let you introduce this one, Paul, because this is something. It's pretty fantastic what this guy was able to accomplish. Double agent.
Right. Okay. So for those of you who haven't heard, there was a level 90 Pandaren shaman named Double Agent who posted on the WoW forums, who also posted on MMO Champion, said, "I'm about to ding and I'm about to accomplish something amazing. Here's where I'll be streaming it. This is when it's happening." And basically, what he said he did was leveled his character from 1 to 90 as a neutral character. Now that means when you're a panda, if you've never leveled a panda, at level 10, you get an option that says, okay, you've done just about every quest here on this island. To move on, you now need to make a choice. Do you want to be Alliance or do you want to be Horde? It's the only class out there that you get to have that decision, only race you get to have that decision. Instead of making that decision, he decided to stay on the island and went, I wonder if I can level the max level neutral. Well, he streamed it, he has the videos, and we'll be showing the pictures here, linking to the videos. He managed to accomplish this solely by herbalism and mining, because every time you herb something, every time you mine something, you get just a little bit of XP, and we're talking probably like 30 XP, 40 XP every time you grab something. But he managed to level all the way to 90 neutral, and he is still neutral right now.
Yeah, that is amazing. I mean, it makes the grinding that they made fun of in that South Park episode look like nothing, like farming boars in the forest. This is basically the equivalent of that, but really accomplished in real life. And no doubt to add to that, his title of insane is totally perfect, considering that insane in itself requires a ton of grinding reputation to really get. So, kudos to Double Agent for doing the unheard of. And when this expansion comes out, he's hoping to be able to continue the madness and get to level 100 with still remaining neutral.
Yeah, it's a serious accomplishment here as far as the game goes. I'm sure the developers never ever intended for this to happen or had any idea that it could happen. Whether they go in and fix it or not, I don't know. Probably not, because it's such a rare feat. I'm sure other people are now planning on doing this just to say they have a neutral character. But wow, it just shows you give players the opportunity to do something, and they'll run with it. They'll do it. And so it took him about 250 days played to get this character up. And in an interview after the fact, he did mention that he found it relaxing. It was really nice after a very stressful day just to get on and herb for a few hours, just to kind of let his mind go. Like, none of his friends knew about this character. He just kind of got there and just herbed. And I think as a busy man myself, and I know Justin's very busy, it's a fantastic notion to say that he had this little zone where he would go and no one would bother him, and that's just that's probably why he was so dedicated to getting it done.
I love it. So that's it. That's our stories. You can take it away, Paul.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. We will be back next week. And we thank you for tuning in. Please do us a favor: like, subscribe, share. We're getting out there. We're trying to do our best for you guys. If you like the video, let us know. If you don't, again, let us know. My name is Paul Ritchie, also known as The Fury in Game.
And I'm Justin in game Sharanga. One thing I actually did want to mention is that if you like this and you are a gamer, this is part of a greater VGMU channel. So I encourage you to check out the other videos for VGMU, that is Video Game Mashup. And that's it for me.
Thank you again, and have a great week.